just keep pushing for them, man. I like inspiring others. I like, I'm that same little kid when, I used to draw and show my dad, my mom, you know what I mean? Like, here, this is my work. This is what I'm doing for everybody, you know what I'm saying? I'm just showing my work and just, trying to stay as positive and motivational as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so just for the people, you know what I mean? Trying to influence the people, help them out and all that.
Definitely.
I appreciate it. And the last one is if you got anything to say to a new barber, an old barber, anything like that, what you got to say to them? Like a little word of inspiration or a vet of 10 years or a guy like yourself or a brand new barber.
I'm going to go to my quote.
Yeah.
Hard work, dedication, motivation, consistency, the will to keep going when the going gets tough and the tough gets going. You can apply that to your life. Anything that you're doing, if you want to create product, anything in life, relationships, it takes hard work. You got to be dedicated. You got to stay motivated. You got to be consistent at everything that you're doing, because life is going to hit you, and when it get tough, what you got to do, you got to keep going. You got to fight through it. So that's basically
the only way to make it out. You just got to get through it.
Yeah.
Jeezy, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
It was nice to meet you again.
Yeah, no problem.
You, bro. Enjoy the day and everything.
Right.
All love, bro. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you.
360 Dizzy. 360 Dizzy. 360,
HustleDreamProduction.
Alright, YouTube, so before you actually start cutting, what you want to do is part the hair and separate the top from the sides. Alright, what I'm doing is parting the hair at the parietal ridge. The parietal ridge is basically the area that meets the sides and the top. Alright, right at that corner edge. So what I'm doing is setting it in, putting in my duct clips, and going around the head, making sure everything is nice and neat, and that I separate the cowlick as neat as possible from the sides to where it flows. All right, you don't want to just do it sloppy. All right, how you start is how you finish. Make sure you start off everything neat. All right, so right now I'm just gonna clear off all the bulk. By clipper over combing, I'm setting my comb at a 45-degree angle. I'm building somewhat of a shape as I go when debulking. All right, so keep that in mind. A lot of people would tell you to wet the hair first. Me personally, I don't like wetting the hair first because it distorts the hair in a way where, I just want it to cut it in the way that it dries, if that makes sense. I don't want it to look a different way, so that's why I'm just doing it dry, and I didn't wet the top of the bulk. That way it lays better. I really wanted to build the shape dry and just visually be able to see how it's gonna lay. Some people would tell you to wet it, you know what I mean? Some people would tell you you're doing it wrong. Some people would tell you, hey, try it this way. This is just my way of doing things, you know what I mean? And I'm just teaching you guys my way because not everybody does things, the same. So, if you're a person that wets the hair, that's what's up. It's no wrong or right way. Me, I just visually want to see the shape in its natural form. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing right now. So keep in mind that this is not the final shape. This is just a rough draft of where I'm going with it. All right. So right now I'm setting in my bald line in a drop fade like shape. I'm going to drop it in the back, clear off the bulk at the bottom. Now switching over to my Andis Masters with the lever fully open, I'm going up about a 1/2 inch, making sure I keep that same width all the way through. Now keep in mind I do have a fade blade on. My clippers are 0 gap, so that plays a part in, you know, the fading process. So if your clipper is gapped, which means that the lever open is not going to be as long as normally it would if it's out of the box. With a 0 gap, it'll be really close to where you can set in a bald line and take out the bald line when you go with the lever fully closed. So make sure you 0 gap all your clippers is the moral of the story. Because by following these steps, if my clippers are 0 gapped and yours not, it's probably going to look a little slightly different. So next guideline I'm going to set in is my 1 guard with the lever open, and you can see I'm scooping out. All right, going up about a 1/2 inch. I'm really not using my comb because I really want to build this shape, so I'm just scooping out. And after, you're going to see why I don't use my comb, because I really don't want to take off all of that bulk at the top. So I'm just basically just scooping out to build that shape into the top. So next, I'm not gonna go with a 2 guard, but I'm gonna go with my clipper over comb, and I'm gonna set my comb at a 45-degree angle and push it up right where that 1 guard is at the bottom, and then set it at a 45-degree angle and just go up with the clipper, basically building that shape with the lever open. So with this angle right here, you can really see the shape being built and what I'm doing. Basically setting my comb at a 45-degree angle, knocking off all of them hairs that's, you know, just sticking out of the comb, and really paying attention to that shape as much as possible. I'm working right there on the occipital bone. I'm not, you know, just going straight up with the clipper or going straight up with the comb. I'm really giving it that hook that makes the head look nice and symmetrical. After I'm done building that shape, I'm gonna go back with my 1 guard and just clean up that area between the 1 and the clipper over comb, just kind of scooping out, making sure I blend into that bulk. Now I'm gonna soften up that middle line by just closing the lever on that 1 guard and just working in that middle area, just attacking it. Make sure you're not softening it up so it's easier to take it out with the next step. Now putting on the 0 guard with the lever fully closed in a flick out motion, flick out that middle line. Remember to go below the line, flick to the line, and if you need to adjust your lever as you go up, make sure you do that instead of just, you know, keeping it closed the entire time. fully closed in a flick out motion. Flick out that bottom line. Remember to start below the line, flick to the line. If you need to adjust your lever as you go up. Lastly, what you want to do is detail your work. With this particular haircut, I didn't really have to detail that much. I had to touch up a couple of areas, but sometimes the hair just blends automatically. So, but I like to detail. Detailing is extremely important. I like to refer to the mirror. The mirror shows you a different perspective on the blend than just seeing it head on. All right. Also, if you don't have access to a mirror, take a break, come back to the blend, and just use your corners in areas where you see bulk. So now I'm gonna work on the top. He didn't necessarily give me an amount that he wanted cut off the top. He just said basically get it out of his eyes, all right? So the hair won't fall on his eyes. So right now I'm saturating my client's hair with water, and then I'm gonna work on parting it down the middle, using that as a guideline, taking off like 1.5 inches, making sure that, you know, the length doesn't fall in my client's eyes, and just matching it up to the sides. I am gonna also wet the sides down and lay that down to see how well that shape looks as well. But I'll just be attaching the top to the sides. So now that I have the length that I want, I also use my thinning shears to add some texture to the hair. Right now I'm just blow drying the hair, getting it nice and dry. I'm gonna do the lineup and add some styling powder to my client's head and just kind of mess it up because he wants that messy look. Listen, let me tell you why they call me 360. When my clients book an appointment, I sit them in a chair, I spin them in a full 360, and they come out looking like
God did.
YouTube. This is the cut. And if you like it, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Also, HustleDreamProduction, that's my brother. He does all my beats. His Instagram will be linked in the description below. Make sure you guys go give him a follow. Also, if you want to know where you can find any tools that you seen in this video, links to be in the description below. Otherwise, you guys can follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My TikTok is official360Jeezy and my Instagram is 360Jeezy. But it's your boy 360Jeezy, and I'm out of here.